I watched literally every single time travel anime, so you don't have to.
青春豚野郎はバニーガール先輩の夢を見ない。
You know, despite being the king of weeaboos, it blows my mind every time I realize there's people who actually think Japanese high school is some magical paradise where the world's sexiest people do world-shattering things every single day. Newsflash, anime lied to you. It is just as boring and sad as in your country, and if you went there, you'd only get shoved into your locker twice as often because you're a cringy weeaboo who barely has the social skills to avoid starving to death. But maybe you would be slightly less of a weeaboo if you watched— Wait, I'm sorry, one of the most insightful reflections on Japanese society ever written is called Teenage Pig Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai? Okay, fuck me, I guess. But maybe this message was aimed at the people who most need to hear it, because Japan has this concept that Westerners don't really think about called reading the air. You might think of the air as the fabric of society, the invisible force existing between and binding together every single one of us. And being able to read the air means being able to fit in, to go with the flow and not stand out, and to understand what it means to live up to the expectations of the world around you. And because Japanese society is such a cohesive whole, because the needs of the group come before the individual, the ability to read the air is one of the key things you need to learn to not be such a fucking weeaboo. So the protagonist, Sakura, is someone who can perfectly read the air, but chooses to ignore it. To him, why would he give a shit? Why would it matter what everyone else thinks when you would be happier just being your own person? Why would you waste your time trying to live up to the expectations of people you barely know and care even less about? But then he meets legendary actor Mai, who is so famous and successful that she doesn't just read the air, she becomes it. She is the air. And so when the high school air is too afraid to even try to get close to the untouchable Sakurajima Mai, too afraid to so much as acknowledge her existence, she starts disappearing for real. So Mai is a complete contradiction of Sakura's whole life because the air is who Mai is as a person. And if that's what's making her disappear, how can you reconcile this? How can you fight something that does not and cannot really exist? And to answer this, I actually just want to read a passage from the book because you should all go and read this too. みんながそうしてるからそれが正しいとも限らない。だいたいみんなとは誰だ？彼女とではなければ、坂田も正体不明のみんなの一部であり続けた。坂田も彼女を苦しめた原人の一部だった。